This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello?
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 No audio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Phone a Friend, brought to you by INCRadio Oregon. I am Geraldine Langit, and I will be your host for today. I would like to do my personal greetings. I would like to greet our resident minister, local congregation of Vancouver, Brother J. Cruz and his family, and also my family who is watching at home, my mama Lisa, and my tata Romel, and also my three lovely sisters, Ate Christina Cassandra in Texas, Ate Adriana watching at home in Vancouver, and my Ate Melissa in the Philippines, and also my pamangkin, Brother Aldrin Langit, who is also watching at home. And all of you who are watching us and supporting our show, thank you so much for being here. So assisting me today is Gigi. I would like to introduce her. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, Geraldine, and hello to all our viewers out there. I'd first like to give my personal thanks to my resident minister in the locale of the lo- in the local congregation of Hillsborough, Brother DJ Angeles and his family, as well as my family watching at home, including my cat Chopsticks, my grandparents in Alaska, and my tita in Austin, as well as her twin sister, my other tita in Florida, including her husband. Shout out to you as well as my family in the Philippines. Thank you, Paul. Hope you enjoyed the show.
All right. Well, I'm really happy you're here assisting me today. And so for our topic, our topic is academic redirection, next steps, new path. And before we go on ahead with our topic, I would like to share with you what you can expect in our show. And there's definitely a lot to expect in our show. One of them is what resources are used to help find what career or major you want to pursue, what to do if the major you chose doesn't end up working out, and we also have our Scenic Saturday at the Susan Creek Falls Trails. And we also have our District of Oregon News Bulletin and also some special videos or highlight videos of the US Car Special Gathering in Texas and the Kadiwa Meet and Greet in Japan. So we hope that you stay with us to see all of these segments and all of our topic for today. So we remind you all to continue interacting with us in our live chat so that we can read your insights on our topic, and maybe you can also help our students or those who are already in college with their career choices. So please stay with us throughout the whole show, and we'll go ahead and go to our show. So again, we have our panel today. I would like to introduce Flo Guillermo. How are you today?
Hello, everyone. Hi, Geraldine and Gigi. Um, wow, it's been a long time to be in front of the camera today, and I just wanted to let you know that I am Olga Guillermo, of course, from the local congregation of Vancouver. So, greetings to the brethren out there in Vancouver. Greetings to all the ministers and their families, to the brethren that continue to support us here on our program. Uh, from the past and to the present, and especially today. And just want to say hello to my family, uh, the Guillermo family who is here, Brother Jess, who's behind the scenes, as well as my family out there in Hawaii and in the Philippines, and all our loved ones. So, there's too many names to mention. So, and this so Geraldine, let's go on with our show.
Yeah, I guess we just Guillermo here. Thank you so much when you mentioned his.
Oh, so cute.
Definitely, it's been a while since we last saw you on camera, so we are very excited that you're
Missed
here
you.
with us. And I know all of our avid viewers are also very happy to see you again on camera. So before we go on ahead with our topic, I'm curious, what if you want to share us your career background and your experiences that you have?
Yeah, I'd love to share that. And when I was in high school, I had the opportunity to work in my senior year, and it was in the accounting department where I learned so much about the accounting field. And so I worked with them and finished high school, and I decided that I wanted to go to a business college and learn about accounting. So I took on the major of full charge bookkeeping. And the company that I worked for in my senior year decided to hire me back and work for them. So I worked for them for over 10 years in their accounting department. Really enjoyed my job. And so I was glad that I studied accounting and was able to enjoy my job. And, after that, I went on to become a customer service representative for a financial company. I stayed with them for about 5 years. I enjoyed that job too. And so after that, I decided I wanted to go work for a healthcare industry. So I was able to work in the general accounting department. And at that time, I was already married, children with numerous duties, and I still wanted to go back to school. So I went back to school with a whole load of stuff on my plate, right? And so when I went back to school, I decided to major in um, medical office administration. So actually down the road there, while I was studying, I said, you know what? They're offering health information technology. So I decided to take on that next major, and I decided to study health information technology. Reason why I took that on was because I felt that there was more opportunities to grow, to more job opportunities out there, and um, and so I graduated with high hopes there, and of course, going back to school took on a lot of uh, responsibilities outside of school. So with that said, I was able to find work in medical, no, I'm sorry, health and information technology, specifically as a medical claims specialist. I stayed in Hawaii for that job. I was back in Hawaii, just to let you know, uh, for about 5 years doing that. And then I came here to Oregon, and I was able to do medical claims specialist for another 12 years. In all the jobs that I decided to do, I I'll tell you the reason why later when we
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that. like listening to your story or your career background and schooling, you must really love going to school, huh?
I just love going back to school.
Quite
I
the
think it was
scholar.
more like out of curiosity, wanting to learn more, um, and I was at the prime of my life where I still wanted to continue learning.
Yeah, no, I think that's really inspiring. Even though you already had, it sounded like you already set the career that you had. You decided, I want to grow, I want to keep
Yeah,
growing, I want to go for more. And I think that's really inspiring that it didn't, that you kind of like, oh, I'll just stay here. I already have a job, I already have a family. I'll just stay what I'm doing.
Very
But
yeah,
ambitious.
yeah,
yeah.
which is really good.
And it's important, to stay ambitious with your life. And life really changes. So, it's never just the same that that we're doing when you're in your career or when you're studying.
I agree. All right, so yeah, and like for our topic to let everyone know, this is I would say it's for two groups of people. One who's still in high school and they're deciding what to major, and the other group of people would be maybe they're already in college, but the path they chose is not something that they think is not for them. But so for our topic, there are hundreds of college majors to choose from, making it very difficult to decide which one we should pursue, which is understandable. I agree. I can relate. And in this episode, we will talk to Flo, who can give us some advice on how to choose the right major. And when things don't go as planned, she will also share how to recognize when it might be time to switch majors. So why don't we go ahead and listen to our first caller, Brother Aldrin Lanyet, he's a high school student, and he will be graduating in a couple of years. So why don't we go ahead and listen to his concerns?
Hi, my name is Brother Aldrin Langit, and I had a question. I'll be graduating from high school soon, and I was wondering if you knew any resources that could help me figure out the right major for me.
All right, Flo. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and share those resources that you
Hmm.
mentioned? But before that, I feel like you already mentioned one when you were telling us your story is volunteering while you're in high school.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that kind of like just listening to your story, it really helped you. You did it in high school, but then right after college, you were able to get a job at the company that you volunteered
Actually, let me just correct you there. Sorry. It was a paid job,
for. Oh,
working part time. So I was already working already even before I was done with high
high
school.
school.
So I'll talk about volunteer
Mm-hmm.
opportunities as well. We can touch on that. Um, the resources, I have to say, there's so many out there. Uh, you can even go on your internet and research about the different resources there. But one thing, if you're still in high school, take advantage of the the chances of going to your career guidance office. They have a ton of resources to offer our high school students. One of them is a personality uh, or a personality test or a career test or something that matches what you really want to do. And back then, when internet was not so widespread at that time, when I was still in high school, we had these manual things that we cards that we used to, and there were different holes and questions, and you had to poke like a rod in, and then it the cards would drop, and then it'll eventually tell you what you really love to do. Okay, so that's one. There's also nowadays we have the online resources, and just Google personality test, and there's free ones actually. There's also you can purchase it, but go for the free ones for now, and that could basically tell you what your personality that would match what type of career that you want to do, and so check those out because you'll be surprised what you'll find out. I did that just recently, and I was surprised to find out what else I could that I would love to do. Right, so take that on, and that's great resources. Another great resources are your friends and your family. Have conversations with them, and you'll be surprised. What do you want to? what you find out from your friends and family and the members in your local. Yeah.
Definitely. When you said that you recently did a personality test,
Mhm.
I'm not surprised that you will be going back to school. Go for that,
Mhm.
to go for the career that you got. But yeah, no, those are really good resources. I've never really seen the manual personality test.
Mhm.
I've only taken the online one. So I wish I did the online or
The
the manual
manual.
one
That's
because
really
I'm really
cool.
sure. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually fun.
I do you know how big they were? Did they take up like a whole space
No,
or?
it was just like long index cards size. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So, and
I
then they have different like holes in there. You just go,
man,
you answer a question and then just pick what you want.
it's like you just press buttons and whatnot.
No, it's
That's,
not even buttons.
oh, that's really it's really old school.
It
That's old
is.
school, yeah. Compared to the vast amounts of personality tests that I take and that my I enjoy taking actually. That's pretty cool. That's a really cool concept.
Have
But
you taken a personality test before?
yes, I'm taking any. I actually took some for school. For
Mhm.
the in my school district, it's required that we do 2 years, at least like once during the school year, to take these personality tests in order to help us choose like a career path for our future. And I noticed on that website that we used that a lot of them were centered towards like arts, and I'm like, I thought I wanted to be a healthcare professional, so that took a lot of introspective for me talking to my parents for it, especially my mom's experiences as a nurse and stuff. And I think definitely on what Chloe said earlier about talking to your friends and your family, yeah, talking to them will definitely help a lot. I don't really talk to my friends about career stuff. I mean, maybe we do now, but I don't really talk to them about that because it's like, I want you're gonna hang out this weekend.
Yeah,
So I think talking to your parents about it will
Mhm.
definitely give you more insight on what you want to do in the future because they're your parents.
yeah, and they're there to support you,
Hmm.
like
Exactly.
whatever decision you take. And you mentioned, you think to yourself, "Oh, I want to be a healthcare person." When you take a test, it helps you. Oh, maybe I'm more into this. With answering these questions, it tells me that I want to understand what I think I want to do. Because maybe the healthcare profession that you've thought of, maybe it's the decision of making that was affected by maybe a family member. She's doing that. I think it's really cool. So I want to do that. Or what if that's not really for you? You know
Hmm.
what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think the personality test and having those experiences, kind of like you mentioned earlier,
Mhm.
volunteer experience.
Mhm.
I know there's some hospital that accept volunteer experience. People who are still in high school can volunteer for the hospital. What it's like working in the hospital or clinicians,
Like shadowing
shadowing.
and
Yeah.
interning, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Some of them are paid, I think.
some of
Some can be paid. So let me touch on the volunteer since you asked, you mentioned that. So during my middle school, high school years, I did volunteer during my summer. And that's a great opportunity for you want to try something that's out of your comfort zone. Maybe. And I went to volunteer at the public library in our neighborhood, and because I thought I was gonna be a a librarian, because I just love being in a quiet space with books and all that. So I found out that I enjoyed being there, but I didn't feel like that would have been my career. But it's at least okay, this is not gonna be for me, but you know, having the experience to volunteer. That's a one good way to find out what you really want to do.
yeah,
Actually, the church offers a lot of volunteering opportunities,
Oh,
and one of my
yes.
clubs, especially for NHS, National Honor Society, we have to rack up at least 40 hours by the end of our years of high school. So I'm already close to 40 hours, and one of the events that I actually participated in was one of the CBD tests. Actually,
Oh,
I take the blood pressure of brethren in my locale and some other people that just helped me to pass by. And there were actually people from the nursing students from U. I think. learn how to take blood pressure manually. Just like I don't know my arm. I know how to take my own actions. I thought that was pretty cool.
So
So
I feel like it's something you wouldn't have learned if you didn't try and go out of
mhm.
your comfort zone. Right. Yeah, yeah, those are really good resources, and I hope our viewers and are still in high school have learned shit. So we'll go ahead and go to our next video. Our caller is Brother Carlos Velasquez. He is in college now, so this is for those second group of people. Why don't we go ahead and play that video?
Hi, I'm Brother Carlos Velasquez. I'm in my
Great.
second semester of college and I realized the major I started out with is not something that gives me joy. How do I know if it's time for me to switch majors?
Yeah, so for our brother, his question was he's already in college and he already decided on a major, but while doing it, he realized it's not something that gives him joy. What can you tell him or those students who have the same experience when it's time for them to switch majors?
Well, it's going to, take a step back, take a pause of what you do, and and see yourself in the bigger picture, and then you can take those steps to want to do what you want to do. And just want to let the viewers or the listeners, the students know that it's okay to take a pause. It's okay to step back a little bit and to figure out what you want to actually do. Ask yourself what's going to make you happy. Um, take the time to evaluate yourself, and that's one way to do it because you don't want to be stuck there too long. Okay, you need to take the steps to be able to move forward. Right?
Yeah, I like that you it's it's kind of like letting our viewers know that it's okay. It's okay if the your initial plan doesn't work out. And I think it's good that they know that it's okay. Because some people would start comparing themselves to other people. Oh, I already had this 1 year of privilege. If I change my majors now, I'm gonna be left behind. And my classmates or my peers would be graduating already, and I'm just starting a new major. I know it's a normal feeling. It's a normal thing to think about, but I would like to let our viewers know that it's okay to pause, like what pause, pause, and kind of like just accept that you might not work in the beginning, but it takes a lot of a lot to our Almighty God to guide you on the right
Because in the end, God will lead you to where you need to be.
path.
He
Yeah.
will lead you where you're gonna be.
Yes,
So it's
definitely.
continue praying and trust in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to just add though, maybe in that time that you're taking a pause in your studies or uh, whatever that you're on at the moment, um, there's a lot of various tasks that that comes to church planning events.
Mhm.
So volunteer yourself in helping out planning of the church events, and maybe you could take just a piece of it, and who knows, you might be happy with what you're doing there, and so it's a good thing to take part also because who knows your horizons have broadened
Mhm.
and you've helped out in the church events, and that would be a great uh, addition to your resume in the future to put on that this is what we've done for the church as well.
I love that you mentioned that. Like for me personally, I would never have imagined having radio or talking, in front of
Really?
everybody. Yes, no, I was a really kind of like what people and I'm a really shy person.
That's
And
surprising. Sorry.
yeah, and without her asking me to try, give it a try, ooh, let's just do it, like let's see how it works. And I actually love it. I actually love it. It makes me really happy being able to host. It allowed me to learn more. You mentioned about volunteering for church events and just helping out. It will allow you to help or see what will make you happy.
I just have a question about that. Do you think that that experience kind of made you some things about your career path, or did that just was that kind of a stepping stone to your the focus that you like looking at?
Yeah, I would say it's more of a stepping stone because it made me even more
Mm,
confident. Yeah, and I think it's one thing that your path that I'm doing have confidence in yourself and like talk to people.
that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing your opinions and those resources that you have mentioned. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break from our topic, and we have our Scenic Saturday video. Why don't we go ahead and play that at the Susan Creek Falls Trails there in Pittsburgh, Oregon. Scenic Saturday!
The Susan Creek Falls Trail is a 1.5-mile hike located around 3 hours and 20 minutes south of Portland, Oregon. Following the North Umpqua River as you drive closer, you'll find that this relaxing area can be your next picnic spot to enjoy nature. Launch a raft or kayak, or take a scenic hike. As you walk along the trail, you can find signs with information and insightful history about each type of trees that was located in this trail. Though affected by a fire back in 2020, the trail leads to a beautiful 50-foot waterfall, which falls over moss-lined volcanic rock cliffs. Make sure to visit this trail whenever you come down south. And if you'll be attending worship service in the area, attend a Roseburg group worship service at 7:30 p.m. Thursdays and 10 a.m. Saturdays.
Wow, that was a really nice place. Clean waters. I've never heard of Stephen King Falls, so yeah, I think I will.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
put my mom wants to go there now.
I'll come with you. That would be really nice. All right, so before we go to our last caller, I see we have a lot of live chats that we want to read. So why don't you help me, Gigi, and read our live chats?
Oh, I think we have a live chat from Santa Monica. He says, I thought about adding a minor in education, learning, and society, but I kept my major in physiology. Girls, respect, brother. Um, Someone from named Brother Jeff Hernandez. Hi, Oregon. Much love from your New Jersey fam. Jersey!
Hello, brother Jeff.
And hello, Sister Rachel Cruz from Bulletin and Sister Morietta from the US. And then and another one from Brother Santa Monica. My love of systems kept me I'm interested in how systems work since I was in kindergarten. I didn't mind the science at all. You know what? Me too, me too. And another one from Brother Malachi Gutierrez. I'm not in college. I'm only a sophomore in high school, but I'm firmly dedicated to pursuing civil engineering because ever since I was a kid, I was interested in how there were so many unique buildings. You know what? That's mad respect, Malachi. I think that's really cool. And one last one, there are my Greensboro to our district minister, Brother Moises C. Carasales and family. Hello po!
Hello po.
Oh, as well as Brother Jason Health. Po.
Hello.
At the joke.
Well, I see Sister Rachel is reading you as well. I just see here too. Hi, Sister Rachel. We have some more. Go ahead.
Someone from Hillsboro, Sister Audrey Inessa. boys. Saturday, everyone.
I
And
want to read some more from Delmar. Hello, everyone. Greetings from the local of Wailuku, District of Hawaii Pacific.
wow.
Yay, thank you so much,
Do you
Phil.
know that? Do you know this?
I know him.
Hi, Brother Christopher. And then Sister Marietta Miller said, my advice for is what's in their heart makes them happy. So do what makes you
Mhm.
happy. And then Sister Jillian Pimentel said, some schools have a lot of opportunities to help students.
Yep.
Yes, great,
Yes, most definitely. Like I said, go step into the career guidance office. Wow, we're getting some great messages here.
Yeah,
A
I
lot of
just want to read
engagement.
from Sister Jillian. She said, sometimes the best path for us is not what we want or not what we like. It takes a lot of decisions, critical thinking, and guidance from God to show us the right future. Definitely, we just have to entrust everything to our Almighty God, and he won't leave us alone. Yeah, and He will guide us to the right path.
I see Brother Malachi Gutierrez, he's young, not in college. He's a sophomore in high school right now. So we got about a couple more years to graduation. But I'm firmly dedicated to pursuing civil engineering because ever since I was a kid, I was interested in how there were many unique buildings. I think that's awesome.
I don't
That's
even know what civil engineering is.
I-
So
you can even go in architecture as well. Too. So yeah, great
All right.
stuff.
Well, thank you all so much, Paul, for sharing your insights and your opinions about the topic. We really loved your saying your greetings and your advice to every one of us. We will go ahead and go to our last caller, Brother Adrian Morales. He is also in college and he decided to switch majors. We'll listen more to the video.
Hello, I'm Brother Adriel Morales. I decided to switch majors, so I want to ask, what steps should I take to explore other majors before deciding?
Yeah, this is a really good question because maybe someone wants to, oh, this is really hard to change, and they just change the way. I don't think that's how it should be. So, Flo, what can you say about, what should they explore first? How should they explore first before switching majors?
Switching majors is a very big decision because maybe you've invested a couple years in it, and of course, time and money. So those are big factors that plays into it. So I would say, uh, talk, like I said earlier, speak with your family. And then, of course, talk to counselors or your academic advisor. Um, Only because they might have a much more bigger insight of why you want to change major, why he'll ask you or she will ask why you change major, why the change, I mean change your mind, and so he or she will possibly pick the brains on what's going on. However, what I would say is, um, don't think that you need to make a big decision now. Okay, um, because it's a it's a very big decision for everyone involved.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like if you rush it, it's not going to go well. So just asking those people around you, and especially having a devotional prayer and asking God to guide you with the decision that you're about to take. Because sometimes maybe in the moment it's really hard. Maybe in the moment it's something that you feel like you can do. But if you ask guidance for our Almighty God, if you ask for strength and for more knowledge, maybe you'll be able to overcome um, I guess like that hard um, shit that you're going through. So yeah, having devotional prayer and making use of the resources that they give in school and just talking to people, it will help you make that big decision in
Mhm.
life.
You mentioned having devotional prayers. Devotional prayers is a pretty big uh, thing for us, the members of the church. Christ. That's the time when you set aside time to ask God, what direction do I take? Tell me what I need to do. And so, you know, ask ask Him, point point you in the direction of where people can help you. People can give you great insights, advices, and who to approach because you know He will use them as instruments. And then ask Him to find a career that will never hinder you in your performance of your duties, your worship. And that was my number one thing was that I'm gonna study, I'm gonna find work, I'm not gonna stop doing my duties. I didn't believe in that. Um, I didn't believe in, you know, pausing just to study. I wanted to, both can go at the same time, and it's doable. Promise you, doable. I've seen so many people do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very inspirational. Yeah, anything to add to that?
I think that's really inspirational. The amount of ambition and drive and proactiveness that you have is, I'm still, searching for what I want to do. Still, I know I want to be in the medical field. I know I want to be a nurse. I just love a little time, and I'm still kind of. Sometimes I think to myself, do I even do this? I mean, and I'm a very interesting thinker. So when it comes to stuff like that, I look to God and I look to my parents. I when we're having a family hour, when we go to bed and when we play, I ask them, we talk, and they guide me towards the right way. So I think it's very important that we start talking to our parents,
Mhm.
more about what we do. So yeah, I think it's really nice that you guys help me.
I want to, the medical field is so broad.
It
So
is.
just know that you have many choices.
Mhm.
So feel comfort in that you can do many choices there.
I'm
It's
really
okay.
grateful for that. I'm
Yeah.
really grateful for that.
Yeah, I also have realized that if you do want to go here, you don't have to. I mean, nurse is an option. There's a lot different kinds of nurses, but it's not the only
Mhm.
profession in healthcare that like that you have
Yes.
choice. All right. So I have one more question. One question for our resource person, Flo. So you mentioned you switched your majors like 3, 4 times, I believe. And so how did switching your major help you in sharing your faith with other people?
Well, I was excited to meet new people only because they come from different walks of life. When I was done with high school, I went to college. Most of my classmates were all students, fresh out of high school. The next time around, when I went to college again, I was well into my adulthood, and um, my classmates were adults and high school students. And I made sure I got to know them. I made sure that they got to know me, and we just conversed. And it came to a point where, like, what keeps you busy besides school? Oh, I'm a member of the Church of Christ. This is what I do. I take on different responsibilities, and if ever, uh, they're curious about the duties I perform, and they even ask, "What church do you go to?" And of course, I'll tell them I am a member of the Church of Christ. I'd like to invite you to our worship services and our events. You're welcome to it, and I would love to have you.
I think that's so really great. That's very inspiring, and I love that you mentioned because maybe someone in your class is just looking for church, right? Like
Yes.
for to be able to talk to God. Maybe they're struggling with school and advanced life, and so they want to ask for God's help, but they don't know how. And I think you mentioned that talking to them and introducing them church to them is
Mhm.
a great way to tell them, you're always welcome, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, you're
Yes.
always welcome at the Church of Christ. So yeah, just inviting them to church event. You said activities. I think that's way to the Church of Christ. All right. Thank you both so much
Thank you
for
for having us.
being here with me in our topic. So this was our topic, taking a major step in life, especially in education or a career, can be confusing and overwhelming. The best advice is to seek God's guidance through personal prayers. Ask for clarity and what path will not hinder your performing your duties to God. And remember that switching majors or choosing a new path in your career means you are seeking clear sense of what matters to you and your family. It is also part of growing personally and spiritually. So I hope you all learned something from our topic today. And we'll go ahead and go to our birthday greetings. So on October 6th, Brother Lord Pagindian from the local of Pickleton had his birthday. And October 13th, 5 days ago, Brother Jun Mariano from Beaverton and baby Mariano, I think they're same birthday, yeah. So, cool. Yeah, so they had their birthday on October 13th. And then October 16th, Sister Lori Chatterson from Albany and Sister Autumn Gutierrez from Portland also had their birthday. And tomorrow, October 19th, Brother Paulo Acosta, the resident minister of Albany Local, Region of US, will be having his birthday. So happy belated birthday to those who have already had their birthdays, and happy advanced birthday, Brother Paulo Acosta. And then for our anniversary, Brother Robbie and Sister Hazel Gutierrez had theirs on October 14th. So happy wedding anniversary po. And then, so for our next segment, we have our District of Oregon bulletin bumper. And so we'll go ahead and see that video.
Let's see what activities we have in the District of Oregon Bulletin.
The members of the local congregation of Beaverton will have a nature photography activity for all members of the Christian family organizations. This will be on October 19 at the Cooper Mountain Nature Park. So wear your comfortable walking shoes and bring your camera. Let's invite our friends and loved ones to our Welcome My Brethren on October 26, 2025 at 3 p.m. at the Mount Scott Community Center. We will be having a Health Watch activity on October 25 at the Vancouver Local Function Hall. It's a great opportunity to have your blood pressure checked, blood sugar tested, and find out more information on health topics. Let's save the date, November 1st, for the District Blood Donation Drive. Register early to sign up and pick your time slot. For more information, see your local leadership for the QR code. See you all at the next activity.
All right, we definitely have a lot of activities here in our district, and I'm very excited to attend those activities, and I hope you all are as well. So why don't we go ahead and read some more live chats? First, I just want to read from Henry Inocencio. He said, complete your general education requirements while deciding your next major, so you can universally progress towards your credit requirements while simultaneously pondering your next move. That's a really great advice. So thank you so much for that. Well, you have any more, Gigi?
I have one from Kamilan, familiar. I'm scared of people, so I studied accounting for 4 years, but life has a different plan for me. Now I'm in nursing and talk to a lot of patients. Wow, Sister Milan.
Wow,
Great
I love
topic.
that.
I love that. And another one from
Someone from your dad?
really?
Right there.
Oh, from Brother Nemuel Limb. I went from telecommunications management to nursing, then joined the army to become an aviation mechanic. That's a huge jump, which helped me achieve where I am today as a field service engineer.
Oh,
Official
wow.
pickle engineer.
Impressive.
Both your parents have done a 360 in their
That makes me wonder what I'm gonna do. You
Yeah,
know,
very, very curious about that as well.
keep watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, again, thank you all so much, Paul, for your comments of our topic. we'll go ahead and go to our highlight videos of the U.S. Choir Special Gathering in Texas and the Kadiwa Meet and Greet in Japan that just happened recently.
Choir members in the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon participated in the first ever U.S. Choir Special Gathering in Dallas, Texas. This momentous occasion truly strengthened the faith of the choir members. The brethren were also able to make new friends and reunite with old familiar friends. This activity ended with a short program that truly brought joy and happiness to those in attendance.
I'm heading to the chapel. My heart beats to the rhythm of praise. My voice soars to the music of my faith. I sing to the glory of Jesus and to the Lord God, our Father in heaven.
The Kadiwa members of the Church of Christ, ages 18 and older and not married, of the District of Oregon, were joined with Kadiwa members all over the world in this momentous event, the International Kadiwa Meet and Greet that took place in Nagoya, Japan. With activities spanning the course of this event, the Kadiwa members were able to create friendships with those from other districts around the world. They created long-term friendships and made unforgettable memories. The program consisted of tours of some of Japan's culturally enriched landmarks, socializations where the Kadiwa had the opportunity to get to know others, and a special worship service where the faith of the Kadiwa members were truly edified and inspired.
Wow, those are really, being able to be a part of that first ever U.S. special gathering in Texas was truly a very blessed event in my life. And I was telling my family, it truly is something that I will never ever forget in my life. And I will always be thankful that I was able to be a part of it.
Yeah,
That was
you,
really
you
fun.
need to keep that etched in your heart. And remember, every time you sing, that that event really truly edified both of you who were there. I was there. I had a different part to it, but I was able to see friends who are from the INCRadio family. So that was a nice reunion. I think for all of us who has friends from different uh, districts as
Districts,
well. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was my first time meeting. I don't know if those are the full, INC Radio family here in the
Obviously, a
US.
portion of
But
us.
yeah, I was really surprised and really happy to see and excited to see everyone there. And everyone's so friendly. It just feels like it's like a family reunion.
A
It is
huge
truly
family. I
a
saw
big
a lot
one.
of people from Texas when I used to live there. We all grew up so much.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and especially the line dancing.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they release it on YouTube. I'm so ready.
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
I just can't wait to be a part of another, big event in the church. And I can't wait to be, just be a part of it and be able to experience something like that again.
All right.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and go to our final acknowledgments. Gigi, go ahead.
We'd like to thank the following brethren for helping us make this broadcast possible. First and foremost, our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, as well as his Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Iranio V. Manalo, as well as Brother Wally Taray, our NC radio station manager, Brother Moises C. Cadesale, our District Supervising Minister, and Brother Gino Ramilo, our Assistant District Minister, as well as Brother Manly Andaya, our executive producer, as well as our brothers here working behind the scenes, Brother Jonah and Brother Jess.
All right. Well, thank you all so much, Paul, for again making this episode possible. So we hope that you look forward to our episode again next week. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel INC Radio DZEM 954 and share this program link with friends and family who could benefit from our topic. So, our next week's topic and category is Career Series Interview. So, I hope this makes everyone excited because I am.
I
And I'm
know.
going to learn a
I'm
lot from there.
watching.
So, again, thank you for joining us today on Phone a Friend, brought to you by INC Radio Oregon. And remember, you always have a friend here, one who is just a phone call away. I hope you all have a great weekend and enjoy. Happy Saturday!
Behold the triumphant joys of the Church of